Hey guys, guess what? It's time to speed match these locomotives. So if you recall in my prior videos here, I've been having a little bit of trouble with these guys. They seem to not be speed matched anymore. So I'm going to show you how I do it over here. Basically, I've got them both set up over here, and I have my programming track here, which is basically just a piece of track wired up to my NCE power cab right here, and I use that to do the programming on my locomotives, right? I've got them out on the layout there. I've got my regular ESU controller controls the layout, and then like I said, I do all my programming right here on this one little section of track with the NCE unit. Now I have a spreadsheet right here. I know it's hard to read, but basically I have all of my CVs written down on all of my different locomotives so I can keep track. And you can see a little arrow right there. That's the one we're going to be changing, number 2010 ATSF right there. And you can see the two circled items right there. That's what I'm going to be changing. Now I initially, when I take a look at this spreadsheet, they're a little bit lower than number 1317, which it's paired up with. So I'm going to try bumping these up, and we're going to play around and see how it works. So the first thing we do, the locomotives are running. I just have the sound turned off. I'm going to go ahead and just run them and see how they do. So here we go, and you can see 210 kind of kicks off a little bit quicker. We'll keep running them, but you can see 1317 is kind of pulling away from that guy. Let's go ahead and just bring them to a stop. And they seem to be stopping almost exactly the same. We'll go ahead and reverse, and let's just confirm that 210 is running a little bit slow. And sure enough there, 210's a little bit slow. You can see 1317's catching up to him right here. So what we're going to do, I'll go ahead and stop him right there. I'll grab 210 and put him on my programming track, and I've already got him selected. There we go, make sure you got a good connection there. And like I said, we're going to be changing two CVs. We're going to be changing the high voltage and the mid, which is CV 5 and 6 right there. And we're going to bump it up. We're going to change 5 to 200, and we're going to change 6 to 100. So let's jump in here, and I'll show you how I do that on here. All right, so trying to get a good position here for this thing. So you can see I've got my locomotive selected right there. I come back down here. I'm going to hit the program button. And as I hit it, it goes program on main, assign locomotive, clock, program track. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to hit that, hit enter, and our display will show that. I'm going to change the CV, so I'm going to select number 2. And now it's asking me program which CV, and we said we're going to change number 5, so I'm going to hit number 5 and hit enter again. Now it's going to read the CV on the locomotive, and it should read 170 according to my spreadsheet here. Let's take a look at it. Sure enough, 170. All right, let's go ahead and bump that up to 200. We'll set it exactly the same as our other locomotive. Just punch in 200, hit enter, and there we go. And then the other CV we were going to change was the mid voltage. That's CV number 6. So let's set number 6, hit enter, and that should be 85 currently. And sure enough, 85. We're going to bump that up to 100, which is what our other locomotive is. And there we go, all done. I'm going to hit escape, and we should be all set to go. So let's pick her up, put it back down on our, oops, I don't know where I'm pointing the camera here. All right, let's get this guy out of the way. We'll make sure we got him on the track here. And again, they are running. It's just have the sound off. All right. So there we go, and just to prove that the sound is on, there you go. All right, I'm gonna hit the brake, and we'll reverse, and let's brake off. Let's go ahead and get them rolling again. It seems to be much better right there. 1317 is going, I'd say they're pretty damn close, huh? Alright, I'm just going to throttle down. And let's see if they continue to stop. That's our momentum setting, but we're not playing around with that. Looking good. We'll reverse. Let's see how they do going in the opposite direction here. Hopefully 210 doesn't get caught up. It's a little bit. 210's a little bit slow right there, but you can't have everything. But hey, I never run them this fast anyway. Alright, bring them to a stop. I think that's close enough. Even though heading in this direction, 210 seemed to be a little bit slow, just a tiny bit. But at least I got them up to a respectable speed, and they never caught up to each other. They were pretty close right there. So that is how I do my programming. I'm going to go update my spreadsheet and put the new numbers in for number 210. And hopefully we don't have any more trouble with these guys, because you know what? With my last run there, number 1317, man, the wheels were all crusty and covered in goop and stuff like that. And I think, well, meanwhile, this one here, 2010, was not. So that tells me that this guy here was spinning his wheels a little bit and maybe just picking up more crap off of the track than he needed to, because he was trying to pull this guy along and spinning his wheels. Anyway, I'll go update my spreadsheet, and yeah, that's how I speed match my locomotives, or at least repair these guys. Now you can always change some of the other values here. You can see we've got CV number 2 is the start voltage, CV number 3 is the acceleration rate, and 4 is the deceleration rate. That's my momentum. And you see I've got them all set to about 100 for almost all of my locomotives. Anyway, hope that was at least informative a little bit. I figured I'd troubleshoot here and show you how I do it here with my little little NCE programming track. Till next time, guys, take care.